Let me tell you a story. This story involves former LA Rams player and sports broadcaster Danny Villanueva. He'd been having dinner with a young player on the LA Dodgers. The player was young and had a young wife who was busy making dinner. The two guys were talking sports when the wife came over and told the baseball player, "Change the baby." The guy said, "What?" The wife said, "Yeah, change the baby." The guy said, That's not my line of work." But then the wife put her hands on her hips and she communicated. She said, "Look, Buster, you lay the diaper out like a diamond, you attach first and third, you put the baby's bottom on the pitcher's mound, you slide home plate underneath, and if it starts to rain, the game ain't called, you start all over again." That story was told by former President Ronald Reagan, a man otherwise known as the Great Communicator. I wanted to open with a joke by him to introduce myself for this communication class. I figured it would be fitting. My name is David Carezzi. I was born in Aston, Pennsylvania on March 6, 2001. I am currently 19 years old, but I will be 20 soon enough. It'll be the 10th anniversary of my 10th birthday, as President Reagan would say. I moved to Delaware in August of 2015 to start high school at Essex Academy. I graduated from there in 2019. Following that, I started college at Delaware Tech, where I still am now, obviously taking this class. I am majoring in elementary education, which would mean taking this class makes sense, because you definitely got to communicate with those children that you teach. Not only that, but also parents and other teachers as well. So that's a bit about my background information, but now I wanted to speak about something other than me that's not necessarily academic. You may have noticed that, again, I opened with a quote from former President Reagan, and I did so because I consider myself a true American patriot. Having grown up in a military family, I have nothing but respect for our country and the people that serve it. I've had two grandfathers and two great-uncles serve in the Army and the Navy, respectively. Sadly, one of which, James Sidney Riley, did not come back after going to serve in Vietnam. However, because of such, I have grown a deep, deep sense of patriotism for our country, and I am proud of what we've accomplished since our founding in 1776. I mean, we are the only country to put a man on the moon. I also love our veterans, current and former, and I make it a passion of mine to interact with them and help them out whenever possible, including those in my family and those that are close to my family friends of sorts. I know many of them. They are some of the nicest people you will ever meet, most of them. And with this patriotism, I happen to love our country very much, as I said before, and it gets me, well, I won't get political, but it gets me excited when our country accomplishes something major. And I feel like our next major goal is to accomplish COVID. Or to beat it, should I say. Now, when this will happen, no one has a clue. But I know, being a faithful American, that we can do it. We've come through a lot of things. We've come through the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, and 2 world wars. We will not let this virus stop us. We can come together and defeat it. To close my speech, to show my sense of patriotism, and to explain what I just said, let me give you a quote from former President John F. Kennedy. "We chose to go to the moon in this decade and to do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard." I would like to thank you all for listening to my speech. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you all later. Thank you very much again.